Welcome to Education Today. I'm Jalen Price of Armstrong High School in the Armstrong School District. Over the last several years, we've had visitors from our own school district, as well as guests from the county commissioners and county judges to representatives from Haven and Healthy Armstrong. Here at Education Today, we strive to bring our viewers at home a wide range of topics and organizations. This commitment allows the community to become more well-informed of the opportunities that are out there for them, as well as the organizations that make up our community to spread the word about what they have to offer. Tonight we continue that trend as we welcome in another educational entity to talk about their organizations. Welcome to Education Today. Would you guys please introduce yourselves, where you work, and your roles in that organization?
Yeah, I am Andrew Scholl. I'm the Youth and Family Director of the Richard G. Snyder YMCA, and my role is to oversee the Youth and Family Department, so anything kids, families, special needs related, that's all me.
I'm Hillary Brown, and I am the Director of Wellness. My job is to oversee all personal training, coaching connection, fitness classes, and the Wellness Center.
I am Alicia Calhoun, and my job is the Healthy Living Instructor, so I help with all the healthy living programs such as Livestrong and the Diabetes Prevention Program.
I'm Mary Ann Lundgren. My job is I am the Aquatic Director at Richard G. Snyder YMCA, and I am overseeing all the aquatic swim lessons, aquatic exercise, and swim team.
Thank you guys. I know that the YMCA has several programs that benefit the community. Can you guys please tell me about the Energized program?
Yeah, so Energized is a program developed for youth identified with a BMI over the 85th percentile. So during this program, it's 12 weeks, and we help the parents and youth learn lifestyle changes, including nutrition, fitness, and behavior change.
How can potential participants know they're eligible, and how can they join?
So you can find out if you're eligible through the ASD online portal, or you could also contact me or Sarah Rowdybush at the Richard G. Snyder YMCA and ask for us about Energize.
Now, when is the next session?
The next session is running from January 15th to April 4th.
What is Livestrong at the YMCA?
So Livestrong is a 12-week research-based program that involves exercise and well-being. And during this program, we just use personal training for all the participants that are cancer survivors.
What makes this program so meaningful for participants?
So this is very meaningful because they all have something related to relate to, such as cancer, and they just help support each other through the hard times and the good times throughout the program.
Okay, now when is this program's next session?
This next session is January 22nd to April 11th.
Is there anything else about Livestrong you'd like to talk about?
Yeah, just anyone that does have cancer or knows someone that has cancer, come contact me or Sarah Rowdybush to learn more information, and we can get you on a waiting list for the next session.
Thank you. I understand that there is a rec basketball program. How does this program set itself apart from others?
Right, so that'd be me. The youth co-ed basketball program, it sets itself apart from other rec programs because we track progress. We get qualified coaches that undergo training to help these kids learn the basics about basketball. We don't want to set anyone up for failure, so we take our coaching seriously. We send out weekly report cards just to let the parents know that their kid is progressing, and here's what we can do at home to work on those skills. Okay,
so you mentioned about measuring progress. So how do you measure the progress in the basketball program?
Right, so each coach reports to me, and they tell me what they're working on each week, what their kids need to still work on at home, and then what I do is take that information with all the age groups. So we got preschool through kindergarten, first through second grade, and third through fourth grade. And I take all that information and I divvy it up between all the age groups, and I send it out to those parents in those specific age groups.
Okay. Hillary, can you tell us about the Coaching Connection program?
Sure can. So Coaching Connection is a program that you meet with a wellness coach once a week for 30 minutes, and basically you just talk about your goals, kind of what you're looking to gain from being a member at the Y. We go over all of the options that we offer and help you make a connection, something that you need, and show you the way. You come back, meet with the person the next week again, and just kind of touch base, see how it went. So, we have some really great wellness coaches. Alicia's actually one of them. And this is included in your membership. It's just a great perk for members.
Okay, now, how old do you have to be to participate, and who can participate?
So anybody that is a member at the Y can participate. We recommend that anybody at least 9 and up goes through the process. If you're 9, you learn how to utilize the circuit room. That's where they can work out. Then once you reach 7th grade, you can actually go through the process so that you can go upstairs without an adult and kind of do your own thing up there. But any person, current, new member, can go through it.
Marianne, what is the YMCA SAW program?
The SAW program is a safety around water program in which they've made it to the forefront before swim lessons so that if kids aren't interested in swim lessons, they can participate in the SAW program, which teaches them water safety first and foremost.
What kind of life-saving techniques are in the SAW program?
So the cornerstones for the safety around water is, one is swim, float, swim, in which we teach the kids to swim a little ways. If they get tired, they can roll over and float on their back, and then they can swim again. Then we have the jump, push, turn, and grab, where if they would happen to fall into the water and they push off the bottom, they turn and they grab onto any kind of side that they need to grab onto.
And now we are going to take a short break. We'll be back in a minute to talk more about the Richard G. Snyder YMCA in Katanning.
All your professors, all of them, they know that all it takes is one dreamer with passion, one person, and they hope in each of you that you might be that one who makes a longer lasting light bulb, who writes music for the ages, who reaches into the mind and discovers a new star and who can change the world of a 5th grader. We're gathered here to hope in you.
Hello, I'm Cindy Mccray, Director of Manor Addiction Recovery Center. Manor is committed to confidential quality services 24 hours a day, including fully licensed residential, partial hospital, and outpatient treatment programs. With 39 years of experience in addiction treatment, Manor puts an emphasis on the needs of special populations including women, co-occurring disorders, and adolescents. For more information, call 724-548-7607 or 800-323-1333. Brought to you by the Armstrong Indiana Drug-Free Communities Coalition.
Vince Mercury, Executive Director of The Open Door. Worried, scared, confused, not sure where to turn for help? The Open Door, a behavioral health organization, has a full range of addiction counseling services and mental health crisis intervention services which may be able to help. Call 724-465-2605 or 1-877-333-2470. The Open Door, steps towards hope, courage, and recovery. Brought to you by the Armstrong Indiana Drug-Free Communities Coalition.
The brain is a remarkable organ. It's almost infinite in its capacity. Its ability to reach its full potential is limited by only one thing: the heart. For if the heart isn't fully engaged in what you're doing, if you have no drive, no passion, the brain will simply go through the motions. Find your success at Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
And we're back with Education Today. Tonight we are talking about the Richard G. Snyder YMCA and some of the programs that they offer with a few of the program directors. Andrew, can you tell us about what your MAD program is?
Yeah, the MAD program, MAD stands for Making a Difference, and the thought behind the program is that we're taking kids and showing them that they have the power to change the community in a positive way. So right now the kids get an hour of community service time, about an hour, 15 minutes, hour and a half of community service time, and then they get an hour of exercise time. And there's a couple in the room that have been there. So this year's service project is working on the Armstrong County Trail. We adopted mile 45 of that. And our goal is just to beautify it and be the gold standard for adopting other trails, so other people can follow in our footsteps. You know, we've done a lot of things, had a lot of success with it, and are still continuing to do that.
Now, what are some of the things that the MAD program offers to students who do participate?
So the students who participate obviously get volunteer hours for it. We had a 8th grader last year get over 100 hours of volunteer work. That's huge for a resume. Not only that, but for this program, they can actually apply for a scholarship for college. That'll help them set them up for their future. So, yeah.
What would be one thing you would say to a student who's interested in getting involved?
Walk through the doors. You're involved, man. So there is a bus that travels from Armstrong High School and West Shamokin High School, and it takes them directly to our front doors. So it's easy access. It's fun. We have a program manager that really helps the kids get involved, make them feel at home, and he's actually a product of the program. So it's a really cool thing.
Alicia, what is Stay in Motion?
So Stay in Motion is a land-based arthritis class that focuses on improving functional ability, range of motion, and balance with people with arthritis.
How does this class differ from a senior land-based class?
So it's different because it solely focuses on arthritis for our participants, where senior-based classes may help people with arthritis, but they don't solely focus on them.
What is Delay the Disease?
So Delay the Disease is a exercise and mobility program for people with Parkinson's disease that focuses on increasing their functional ability, emotional symptoms, and physical symptoms of Parkinson's disease.
How is the data collected to see how participants are progressing?
So every 12 weeks, we like to do fitness assessments where we assess their cardiorespiratory endurance, muscular strength, balance, and mobility, and we also do emotional and mental questionnaires.
Hillary, could you please tell us about the personal training program?
Yes, so personal training is where a participant can meet with a personal trainer one-on-one. That personal trainer has gone to school for it, has the proper education and certifications. So you meet with them, they help you come up with a prescription, a workout plan, and they'll kind of get you through the workout. So personal training is actually an extra fee at the Y, but it's a very good perk also for members, or it's available for non-members.
How many times do you think someone should attend?
Well, it really depends on the person and what their goal is. We do recommend that you attend more than once a week, but depending on what your schedule is and what your availability, things like that, we work with you, whatever you need.
What are the costs associated with attending?
So we have a lot of different options. Actually, we're running a special right now. You can get six sessions for $100, which is a $50 savings. But typically, we have 3 sessions for $90, 6 sessions for $150, or 12 sessions for $240. And a session is 1 hour long. So, we have a lot of options for you, payment plans if you can't come up with the money right up front, but we want people to help them reach their goals.
Now, could you please tell us about the group exercise?
Yes, so we have many different group exercise classes, ranging from yoga to CrossFit, which we call Y-Fit at the Y. And it's just an opportunity for you to work out with being led by an instructor with a group of people, kind of helps with accountability.
Who can participate in those types of classes?
So really any member can, non-members can try it out for free, but we do recommend that, if it's a child that they have their parent there, that they're at the age that they can actually, they've gone through Coaching Connection and they can be in there without being, disrupted or just that they can really participate. So really anybody can.
Where can someone find more information on class times and details?
So if you check our website, we have information under Healthy Living. We also have an app that you can download that will give you the schedules, all the group exercise classes, and the descriptions under them as well.
Andrew, can you talk about the annual campaign and why it is so beneficial in the Youth and Family Department?
Sure. So the annual campaign, just to start off with that, just to tell you guys what it is and the people at home. The annual campaign is the community raising funds for the community. So We are actually overseeing a team of volunteers that help raise money for the community. And what I mean by that is all the funds that we raise go straight back out into people who can't afford to participate in programs, people that can't afford a membership. That's what we're doing it for. And 100% of that goes right out. It doesn't go to paying the light bill or the chemical bill in the pool. So that's in general what the annual campaign is. Why it's important to my department, there's kids that out there that can't participate in youth basketball, for instance, or day camp, and they need that structure. They need that the team building that comes with that. They need that social aspect of it. And if they can't afford it, they shouldn't be penalized for it, So that's why the annual campaign is important to my department, and it's important to all these guys' departments too. There's kids out there who can't afford swim lessons as well, so they shouldn't be not allowed to come if they can't afford it. So that's why we raise those funds, so those kids can't afford it. There's people that may not be able to afford to take delay of the disease or personal training, but they absolutely need it for health reasons, for anything else. So that's why it's important to not just my department, but the aquatics and the fitness center too. So that's the annual campaign.
How does this campaign affect the MAD program?
The MAD program, the way it's set up is, and you may know this too, any student in the Armstrong School District, 7th through 12th grade, can come to the Y at no cost. The MAD program doesn't cost these students a thing. But that being said, there's still lights on. The heat is still going. So there is cost involved with that program, but the kids don't have to pay. That's where the annual campaign comes in. We raise that money so that those kids don't have to. The transportation thing. That's another reason why it's important to the MAD program. We need to get these kids from school to the Y to participate in quality programs. So, yeah.
The annual campaign often comes with emotional stories of impact. What is the most emotional story of impact you have heard that relates to the annual campaign in the Youth and Family Department?
In the Youth and Family Department, there's a bunch. The most emotional story of impact. Let's see. There were kids in day camp this year that were funded through the annual campaign that had recently lost their mom due to a drug overdose, and we got those kids immediately into the day camp program. They needed it. They needed to get out of the house. They needed to have social interaction with other kids that were happy, that were smiling. It was super beneficial for those kids, and they came out of that summer program, that day camp program, different kids. They were young, and that's probably, I don't want to get too emotional with it.
Yeah.
It's a very emotional story, but that's the best I can do without like breaking down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we know the YMCA offers different swimming programs. How do lessons that you offer relate with the SAW program?
So the lessons that we have been recently restructured within the last 2 years through WIUP-USA. So what they do is they incorporate the safety as the #1 aspect in swim lessons. And that's what our swim lessons are built on. We focus first on safety, and then we go into the lessons and teaching kids how to be safe in and around the water, and then how to feel safe and confident in the water.
What are the ages that you offer lessons to, and what stages are offered?
So we can start swim lessons at 6 months old, and the 6 months to 3 years, they're parent-child classes. And then we have from 3 years to 5 years are preschool classes, which the kids are not with their parents, but they're 30-minute classes. And then we have from 6 to adult, anybody can take a swim lesson, and they're 40 minutes long.
How do people determine the stage they should enter when signing up for lessons?
So if you go to our website, we do have a tool there to help us, or they can contact me at the Y, and I'd be glad to help them find out what stage they belong in. There are currently 6 stages that we offer, aside from the parent-child classes.
How long are the lessons, and what is the cost associated with them?
So the parent-child and the preschool classes are 30 minutes long, and they are anywhere from $25 to $30, depending on whether you're a member or non-member. And then for the youth lessons, They are 40 minutes long, and they're anywhere from $25 to $55.
What would you say to someone who could not afford lessons?
We have the annual campaign for that. It's a huge benefit for us. And we also have a family that sponsors the memorial scholarship for their son that had drowned when he was just 3 years old. And every year they raise funds to put kids into swim lessons.
Do you offer a swim team program?
We do. We have an awesome swim team program. We started our swim team the year that the Y opened back up. And right now we currently have 70 kids on the swim team. And we've recently upgraded to a club team, which is offering more competitive swimming for the kids.
When is the season for the program?
So we have an 11-month program, and we start basically in September. Our winter season runs from September to March, and then we start up again after mid-March. We start up again until July.
Where does the swim team compete?
Our swim team competes all over Western Pennsylvania. And then when we hit districts and states, we end up competing against Ys across the state, and then our kids have a chance to go to nationals, which is usually in North Carolina.
What is the new USA program that the swim team is involved in?
So it's a more competitive program. It offers long course and short course, which our pool is a 25-yard pool. This gives the kids a chance to go to long course, which is a 50-meter pool. And it expands our competitiveness throughout the tri-state area, and then also up and down the eastern seaboard.
Alicia, could you please tell us what the diabetes prevention program is?
Yeah, so DPP is a 12-month program that is CDC approved, and it is for people at risk for developing type 2 diabetes. And during this program, we just go over lifestyle changes that can help either reduce their weight or increase their activity to help prevent type 2 diabetes.
So how would someone know if they're eligible?
So there's 2 ways you can figure out if you're eligible. The first way is a blood test, which you'd get from your doctor, or you could contact me or Sarah Rowdybush to see if you're eligible through a risk assessment.
When is the next session for this program?
So since it's a year-long program, we won't be running another one until 2019, but it's very important to get on the wait list. That way we can contact you when we're about to start the next session.
Is there any other information that you guys would like to cover that we haven't spoken about, or anything you'd like to add, something that we haven't talked about?
I think that's it.
Well, that's our show for today. I'd like to thank our guest, Andrew Scholl, the Director of Family and Youth, Marianne Lugreen, Director of Aquatics, Hillary Brown, Director of Health and Wellness, and Alicia Calhoun, the Healthy Living Coordinator. Our thanks also goes out to TV production crew of Armstrong High School, led by their teacher, Mr. Josh Miklos and Mr. Chris Garatano. Please join us again next week for another look at the Armstrong School District. For more information about the district, visit our website and have a great week.